Hey, Maximizers, we are live. How is everyone doing tonight? If this is your first time watching, welcome. My name's Crystal, aka Krys the Maximizer. I am a strategic money coach and I help moms create financial stability through proactive planning and strategic money management. And for today's live, I want to talk about having healthy money habits. And I need some lip gloss because I look a little dry. Okay. I was this is thicker than my other gloss. I shouldn't put as much on. Okay, so I was preparing my content for February. All of my YouTube content, except for one video, is done. I'm almost done with my podcast content. All that stuff is underway. But as I was preparing my content, I realized that I want to be talking more about money habits. And I was did some sales calls today with some people who were in my Better Budget Challenge. And I spoke to some of them and they brought up some really good points about having healthy money habits. So if you could let me know where you're watching from in the comments. And I want to know, yes, you feel like you have healthy money habits, or no, you feel like your money habits are a hot mess. And that's okay. A lot of us, most of us, myself included, have been a hot mess at times in our life. So let me know in the comments where you're watching from. And yes, if you have healthy money habits, or no. So, what are healthy money habits? It means you had a good standing relationship with your money. You are not afraid to check your bank account. You are not hiding from bill collectors. You have a good flow of like knowing what money is coming in and what money is going out. You know what you're spending on bills. You know what you're spending on expenses. You have a process for saving money for emergencies, right? You have a money plan. So healthy money habits allow you to get more of what you want. So we have someone from California. Janice is here from California. She has healthy money habits. So let me know in the comments where you're watching from, and if you feel like you have a healthy money habit, a healthy money routine. I think this lip gloss is too thick, y'all. Now, I'll say my healthy money habits started, like I started getting really serious about my money and my budget. Probably 2018 is when I really started to get serious with my money and to starting to create healthy routines for myself. Now, I haven't always had a positive money mindset, but 2018 was probably the first time I started to have some sort of healthy money routine. Um, but more recently is when I started to realize that money is just energy. Okay. Money physically cannot do anything wrong to us. Kaylee says, yes and no from Orlando. Hey, I'm in Orlando too. Thanks for joining. And I completely understand the yes and the no. Money can't do anything to us. Money itself isn't evil. Money is a tool and an energy that we exchange to get something what we want, something that we need, something that we desire. So I think a part of my personal, this is just me, of my personal evolution and my personal relationship with money is learning to detach that, like, the actual cash is not the problem. I don't have any money up here. The actual cash is not evil. Money cannot physically do harm for me. The decisions that you make with the money, that can be seen as evil. That can be seen as not as good. That could be not so healthy because I was starting to do a video that was like mistakes I made or mistakes I made with my money. And I was really thinking about those times in my life where I'm like, F it, it's going to overdraft anyway. So not like, oh, I forgot a bill is coming out, but intentionally going to the store and swiping my debit card or buying something online knowing daggone well I didn't have the money in my bank. Give me some likes or some ones if you've done that. And we are not here to judge. We are here to create better money habits. And I'm going to share with you a couple things that you can do to help create better habits for yourself. But intentionally overdrafting my account for something that wasn't necessary, it wasn't a bill, or it wasn't something that I needed to survive, I feel like that's very unhealthy to like just let your account go into the negative. And I have paid thousands of dollars in overdraft fees over the years from that unhealthy habit with the money. or the unhealthy habit of like, I don't care what it costs. I'm going to have a good time tonight, this weekend, on this vacation, and I'll deal with the stress when I get back. I also feel like that was an unhealthy money habit. And I feel like it was draining, you know? And I don't feel like that is serving me. Instead of having the boundary instead of having the boundary of like, you know what? I'm going to have to sit this one out. Or you know what? I can go, but I can't do $500 worth of stuff. I only have $200. So I'm going to pick and choose what I do because my budget is not that long. I've done that countless times. So I think the first key to creating healthy money habits is getting in tune with your numbers. Do you know your numbers? Are you clear on your monthly income, your per paycheck income? Are you clear on how much it costs to run your household? What are the bills that you have to pay? Are you clear on your expenses? Do you have a good handle on how you spend your money? Do you like Starbucks? Do you like to shop at Amazon? Do you like to buy yourself a wig every month? Do you like to buy all the press-on nails and you never use them? Are you a planner and you buy all the stickers and you never use them? Like, where do you spend your money most? And is it the best use of your money? So I think the first step to creating healthy money habits is just to really understand your money and your spending habits, because you should be able to spend your money. You should be spending your money. Under no circumstances should we be out here working hard every daggone day or living our best retired life and feeling like we can't spend money on the things that we want to. You should spend your money. But with that caveat, I like to teach my clients to have money goals in place. So if your money goal for this month is to put $300 towards your credit card debt and $200 towards your emergency fund, then you've really got to sit down and look at your numbers and decide, does doing this unnecessarily spending get me closer to my money goals or further away? And I feel like when you have money goals, you can allow yourself to spend. So maybe instead of having your Amazon shopping be a free for all, you've decided, because I'm going to put $300 towards my credit cards this month and $200 towards my emergency fund, I only have $100 this month to spend at Amazon. So you can buy whatever you want, but $100 is your limit. Let me know if that makes sense. No, I don't. And I'm procrastinating and it's bad. I would love to help you with that. I can definitely help you with your money procrastination and helping you get better. I cannot remember your name, Miss Bless, because everyone's Instagram name is different from their government name and different from their TikTok name. So I know that we had talked in the DMs a little bit, but I would definitely love to help you with that. But learning how to spend yours correctly. Yes, money goals are important. Absolutely. So your money goals are kind of like your North Star. It's what you decided with yourself, the good Lord, your family, that this, oh, hey, Tiffany, this is what we're going to do with our money, right? Now, when you are spending your money, I also teach my clients, you should have a budget, and your budget should include all the things that you're spending money on. So if you know that you're going to buy alcohol needs to be in your budget. If you know you're buying cigarettes or that good ganja, that should be in your budget. If you know you're going to the casino or the strip club, that should be in your budget. Now, if you don't want to just say strip club for your own whatever, I'm cool with that. Whatever. I don't care how you categorize it. It could be like late night fun. I don't care. But all I'm saying is, if you are going to spend your money, you need to make sure it's in your budget appropriately. So that way you don't feel guilty for spending or you don't color outside the lines. Now, if you're like, okay, I'm going on vacation, it's January right now. Let's just say I'm going on vacation in July and I want to be able to ball out on vacation. So instead of going to the strip club, instead of going to happy hour 2 times a week with my friends, I'm going to cut back and say, friends, I can do happy hour 3 times a month because I'm saving for my vacations. Friends, I can only go to the strip club once or 2 times between now and vacation, right? Because I want to make sure that I have money to ball out on vacation. So you never really want to restrict yourself completely, because when you restrict yourself too much, you'll do a binge and a purge where you'll just like go nuts. But I'm saying give yourself the availability to spend, even if it's not a lot, so that you don't find yourself going over in other categories or not having enough. This is another way to create healthy money habits, being realistic with yourself. If you know you're going to spend the money anyway, put it in your budget so that you can see it and what it looks like. I feel like I've been on both extremes. I've spent my money a little too wild and I've been prudent with my money. I'm trying to find a balance. Okay. Jupiter, I would love to help you. I have a program called the Money Saving Academy where I help moms, I help women save up to $300 per month. And I help you do this by creating a money plan and money routines. We set up our budgets every single month together. On Monday, we're going to be setting up our February budgets. But what the Money Saving Academy is going to give you mostly is support. There's a course, there's weekly live trainings, and there's daily Q&A. Accountability. I'm going to be up in your face every single week asking you what you're doing, how you're feeling, how's your money, how's your budget, right? How are you doing with your money? You told me last week that you wanted to save $100. Did you save that $100? So it's going to give you that accountability and it's going to give you that support. It's also going to give you the opportunity to fall off the wagon and get picked back up. I have clients who've been with me for over 3 years. Has their budgets been perfect every single month for 3 years? Absolutely not. Has my budget been perfect every single month for the past 3 or 4 years? It absolutely has not. But the Money Saving Academy is like a weekly reset you didn't know that you needed. So if you feel like you are struggling too much with your money and you want help and support, you can join us at moneysavingacademy.com. Our next live training is on Monday. It is on Zoom. So it gives you the opportunity to get coached by me, actually have conversations with me every single week to meet you where you are and really help you decipher what are your money goals for this month and how can you make progress towards them in a healthy way. How can you do what you want with your money in a healthy way? Okay. So I would love to invite you. I would love to have you in the Money Saving Academy. You're on YouTube. So if you use the code YouTube, you can get $10 off your first month. If you're on Instagram, you can use Instagram. If you're on TikTok, you can use TikTok. So far, we're still at 2 new members for the whole month. So I have a huge goal of 100 new members by March 31st. So if you've been on the fence or you've been thinking about it, you're really struggling with your money and you feel kind of stuck, you feel like you're spending recklessly, invest the money in yourself. It's $49 per month. So invest the $49 per month in yourself to work with me and let me help you get better with your money. So instead of wasting it, invest in yourself. On average, the women who work with me, they are saving $300 per month on average, some a little less and some a little more. I've had 2 clients save $10,000 in 6 months after working with me. 10,000. I've had multiple clients save over $1,000 after working with me for 6 or more months. You can do it, but sometimes you need a little bit of help. So I would love to have you. You can sign up at moneysavingacademy.com. Our next live training is on Monday, January 30th, and we're going to be setting up our February budgets. And we also have a book club. I don't have the book right here, but we are reading a book, We Should All Be Millionaires. So our first book club chat will be on Monday as well. So if you are interested, you want to work with me, go to moneysavingacademy.com and sign up. Like, don't hold yourself back. If you really feel like this is for you, invest in yourself, do the work. I can't promise you results, but I can promise you you can make progress on your money goals if you do the work. If you do the work. If you do the work, you can make progress. Yes, I did. My passport picture looks terrible. I looked like this. I don't know why. I think because they had to make the picture like so bright. I looked so dead in that, and I did not put makeup on today, and I was like, why do I look so dead? Like, I looked awful. But luckily just the little people that stamp your passport see it, but I look terrible in that picture. But sometimes you need a little bit of help with your money to get those healthy money habits. And if you go to my Instagram, I have a highlight of some wins. I need to update them. My community manager is pulling some fresh wins for me for the past 2 weeks. So I'm going to go ahead and post some wins next week. I actually posted some wins for my Better Budget Challenge. I did a 2-week challenge or like a 4-day challenge earlier this month. And there was a ton of wins, a ton of success stories. I had over 10 women who saved $100 in just 3 to 4 days of us working together. They were able to find $100 and put it into an account in just 3 to 4 days after working with me. And I cover not just budgeting, we cover couponing and we cover meal planning. We cover everything that you need to holistically save up to $300 every single month. So, if you're ready to create those healthy money habits and you feel like you can only do so much yourself, join us inside the academy. We'd love to have you. So I'd love to answer any questions that you have about creating healthy money habits. It does take time. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. I have been budgeting since I was a teenager. I got my first job when I was 14. I opened my first business per se. Me and my sister had a snowball stand when I was 12. The summer when I was 12, the summer when I was 13. The summer when I was 14 is when I started working. I was 14 turning 15 and I started working. And I've been budgeting ever since then. Every time I knew my paycheck, and my paycheck was going to be $100 because I was a busser. I was making $5.50 an hour. And I was working like 15 to 20 hours. So my paychecks, I was getting paid under the table. My paychecks range between $50 to $100 every week. And then every 2 weeks, they will be like between $100 and $200. So I would sit down, 15-year-old Crystal would be like, all right, I worked 20 hours times $5.50. So I know that I'm going to make around $125 on my paycheck for week 1. Week 2, I'm going to make $100. So when I get paid, it's going to be $225. And I would sit down and I would literally write out with this $225. I'm going to put $75 for cheer camp. I'm going to have $50 for gas for my mother and my aunt because I'm going to give them gas money. I'm going to buy something for $40. I'm going to buy some ringtones and pay my uncle back because he paid my phone bill. You get what I'm saying? I've been budgeting since I was like 15. And I said, I'm going to show the academy members, I'm going to dig out my old budget, my old planners, so y'all can see how simplistic my budget was back then, but it was life-changing. And I did that method of budgeting all the way up until like early 2018 when I got my first happy planner and I started to like find stickers and go a little bit more in depth. But literally, whenever I got a bonus, a tax refund, any burst of money, birthday money, I would literally write out how much it is and list out everything that I was going to do with the money every single time. And that has saved me so much. So that was like the base of my healthy money habits, but I still made terrible decisions with like my discretionary spending money. Because back then it was all about just pay my bills, allocate money for gas and groceries and couponing, and then I could free for all with the rest in some form of fashion. But now it's like, no, every dollar needs a freaking purpose. And we are going to make sure that we are using it purposefully and we're using it intentionally. Okay. So I see Dee and Janie has joined us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Taisha says, change your mindset, everyone. Join the Money Saving Academy. It's a great program and group. I did not pay her to say that. I'm a member. You won't regret it. Thank you for sharing that. The book is so good. We should all be millionaires. Yes. I just re-listened to the introduction. And now I am going to, tomorrow I'm going to listen to chapter 1 and get some, and take some more notes for y'all. And our book club chats on Monday. How many savings accounts do you recommend? So I teach my clients to have 4 bank accounts. One of them is a savings and 3 of them are checkings. So I say 1 major savings account, and that's for long-term savings. And then the other ones we break up into bills, expenses, sinking funds, and savings. It's called my best budget method that I teach inside the Money Saving Academy. So as far as savings accounts, I say 1 at a separate bank than your checking account. But I teach my clients how to break up their money into like 4 quadrants. So we cover that inside the Money Saving Academy. And I can tell y'all, I haven't even told the Academy members yet, but I can tell you what we're going to be covering in the Money Saving Academy this month. And the Money Saving Academy is a 12-month group coaching program. I forgot to say that. It's a 12-month commitment. The clients who stay with me for 12 months, those are the ones who've gotten the biggest results. Both of my clients who saved $10,000 in 6 months stayed with me for at least 1 year. So they were able to save even thousands more. But in their first 6 months, they saved $10,000. And Angie actually did $5,000 and $12,000 in credit card debt. So she literally saved, she managed and repurposed $17,000 after working with me, which is absolutely insane To date, she's the highest earner, or I would say reallocator of her money. $17,000 in actually 5.5 months. She was able to pay off $12,000 in credit card debt and $5,000 into her emergency fund after working with me, which is absolutely insane and mind blowing. So, in the Money Saving Academy this month, what I'm going to be covering is we're going to be setting up our February budgets on Monday. Then I'm going to be covering making time to save money, because time management is sometimes an issue. And sometimes you feel like I don't have time or I don't make enough. So we're going to be covering making time to save money. And then we're going to be talking about how to create breakdowns for couponing, because I do a money saving training, I do a coupon training, and I try to do some sort of like meal plan or grocery shopping based training. This month, it seems like we're a little bit more heavy on the mindset, because then we're going to do building a positive money mindset in our chapter 2 book club review. And then our last live of the month is going to be our March budget setup. So this month is all about that daggone money mindset, but I'm telling you, you change your mindset, you can change your life, and not just with money, like your whole entire life. So those are the live trainings that we're going to be doing in February. So that just got me excited. I just dropped those over to my designer, aka my sister, for her to make the beautiful calendar for the Money Saving Academy. Okay. All right. We're reading We Should All Be Millionaires, and we're reading that inside the Money Saving Academy. We are reading that inside the Money Saving Academy. All right. Does anybody have any questions for me? Any questions about building a healthy money mindset? Any questions? Any other questions? So I think I'm about to go cuddle up in bed. I think I've reached my limit. Kinsley has a basketball game in the morning, so we got to get up early. I promised her a breakfast before her game, so I need to get up early and cook the baby breakfast. Any other questions before I go? Questions. If not, that's fine. Okay, I don't think I see any questions. I know sometimes there's a little bit of a delay, so I'm just going to wait. If you have any questions after the live, you can drop in the comments or slide in my DMs on Instagram or TikTok. I would love to hear from you. One other thing I will say is, if you don't know, I do have a podcast. My podcast is called Maximize Your Money, and you can you can listen to my podcast on your favorite podcast platform. It's literally everywhere. Apple, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Podcasts, it's everywhere. It's called Maximize Your Money. So I do one episode a week on the podcast. There's like 97 episodes now. So if you want to go binge it, definitely go give it a listen. And then I'm doing 3 YouTube videos a week starting in February. So you can expect videos on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And I still have my 10-day smoothie cleanse videos. I did 12 days of smoothie cleanse, and I'm going to be posting them over this weekend, because the smoothie cleanse was so amazing, and I lost like 10 pounds, and I'm so happy. And I've been maintaining that 10-pound weight loss this month. So I'm super proud of myself for that. So I want to make sure I get that content out, because there's nothing more than I hate than recording videos and never getting them out. So we're doing chapter 1. The introduction in chapter 1 is what you want to have read for Monday's training, Jamie. The introduction in chapter 1. So we're doing 1 chapter per month, because that seems to be the easiest for us in the academy. Yes, Taisha, I got your email, so we're good to go. I will respond. I have not responded to my emails today, but I will respond, and you are good to go. And we're going to start in March. Side Hustle Society starts in March. Okay, y'all. I don't see any other questions. So I enjoyed every single podcast. I went from saving to, oh my goodness, I can re-listen to all. Oh, you're awesome. I've done that. There's a few podcasts where I went to, like, if I find their episode and it's recent, I'm going to episode number 1 and I'm just listening to them all. because like if I find you and I like your voice and I enjoy your content, I'm gonna binge them all. So definitely go listen to the podcast. I'm super close to having almost 30,000 downloads. Wednesday was my actual 2-year podcast anniversary. So go download. I need a few hundred more downloads and I'll be at 30,000 lifetime downloads, which is insane to think about. In 97 episodes to have almost 30,000 downloads is like absolute insanity. So please, please, please go listen to the Maximize Your Money podcast. There's such juicy episodes. This week I posted my 2-year podcast anniversary reflection and how to stick to your budget. Those are the 2 episodes I posted this week. Okay, so I listen to mostly business podcasts. One that you definitely should listen to, if you are a business owner, and Taisha, I know you are, and you're asking this question, it's Black, Banked, and Booked Out with DL Sharon. Black, Banked, and Booked Out. That's her podcast. Chef's kiss. Like, she just had $1 million year and she barely has 5,000 followers on Instagram. And she had $1 million year. Okay. She sells 2 programs. She was a social worker and now she's a full-time sales and business coach. Chef's kiss, go listen to her. You should also listen to Side Hustle Pro with Nicaila Matthews-Akome. Side Hustle Pro. She has a lot of good episodes with guests, and she talks to Black women and women of color who have started their side hustles. And like for some of them transitioned into their main hustle, and some of them it's still a side hustle. But it's all about like people who started as side hustlers. And she started as a side hustler. So Side Hustle Pro is another really, really good podcast that I listen to. And then I'll plug my coach because I love her podcast. My coach is Sabrina Phillips. So the Sabrina Phillips podcast, her podcast is good. I am biased because she is my coach. So those are 3 that I have off the top of my head that I think would be really, really good to listen to. You're welcome. And of course, everyone who is not already subscribed to Maximize Your Money, go subscribe to Maximize Your Money. What are you waiting for? Okay. So yeah, I think that's it. Any other questions? Okay, good. Yeah, her podcasts are juicy. Okay, I don't see any other questions. So your girl's gonna peace out. Y'all have a good night, and I shall see y'all tomorrow. Bye.